Alright guys, happy hump day. We're at the sawmill today. It's cold out, 45 degrees from Maryland, May 3rd. But we're working on fence posts, fixing this fence. Hope you all enjoy. Matt, I got some brownies back there if you want. So we're really fortunate because the guys here came up with a real post hole digger and helped us dig these post holes today. Although the guy running the post hole digger probably isn't as old as we are and didn't quite get the memo when he was 15 years old. When you finish with a post hole digger digging a hole, stop it from spinning, turn the PTO off, and lift it out of the hole. So what happens is when he does that, is all the dirt stays in a hole, and like, well, that's no fun. But we'll get that figured out, and that way we'll get the hole emptied out. Because right now, all the dirt is left in a hole, and we got to dig it by hand. But it's a great job anyway. It does a marvelous job. Take two. My wife made lots of nice brownies. They've got double chocolate in them. I think it's actually crack. Everyone loves her brownies though. And we give these guys piles of brownies. So I got the man to come back, do this again. Just put the auger back in the hole, spin it a couple times, pull it out without it spinning, and then we've got a nice clean hole. And of course, they're great sports, and they do a great job. So thank you so much, guys. We appreciate your help, and thanks for cleaning out this hole for us. That way we didn't have to do it. So Alan brought some string here, and we actually ran a string line so that we get the next hole in the exact right spot. We still kind of off a little bit, but it doesn't really make a whole lot of difference. So Alan's throwing string around this thing. We'll line it up, and then we'll tamp it into the ground, put a little bit of concrete in there, and onto the next post. Okay, well on the second hole, you'll see, turn the PTO off, or in this case hydraulics, lift the auger out of the hole, look at all the dirt that comes with it, so we've got a nice clean hole. And this thing goes to China. It's deeper than it needs to be, but it just does a great job. Wish I had one. Here you go, man. Get a shovel. So I thought about carrying this 80-pound bag of concrete over there from Pete's truck, or actually from Phil's truck, but in retrospect, I don't think so. So Pete was kind enough to get the tractor, and he was the Uber driver for the concrete. So take this bag of concrete, throw it in a log, and put a pile of it in the bottom of the hole and start packing her down. And that's how we get it done. So what we decided to do here is to divide and conquer. So while a couple of the other guys are lining up the posts and digging holes for the posts, let me start getting these guys in and get them packed down. So while it looks like Wayno's working alone here, I don't mind doing this anyway. I've done it a million times. Put a few shovelfuls of concrete in the hole, level it off, and pack it down, and we get it done. Now, if you've never used one of these little pounding bars we have here, we've got one at the park, and I've got one that I use. They work great, and it's outstanding for setting fence posts. You really don't even need concrete. It just packs it down really well, but you got to hit it pretty hard. So we put a little bit of dirt in the hole, put a little bit of concrete, hit it a few times. The thing's not very heavy, but let me tell you what, it's tiring, and it's harder than it looks. But this is what we do for each post, and these guys are rock solid, and you could not have to let the concrete set. You could just actually use them right away because the dirt packs down, the concrete packs down so well.
coffee.
Yes, and I need more caffeine too. Yep.
I drink soda, but I need caffeine.
And Phil's wondering why his back hurts now too. He's no young chicken, and these posts weigh probably 75 or 80 pounds, maybe even 100 pounds. I don't know. They're pretty heavy because they're wet. Because remember, we just cut them 2 weeks ago, or last week. So they're heavy. But that's the way it goes. Phil, no sympathy. If you want sympathy, it's in a dictionary. Between and syphilis. So while it looks like we've got way too many people here helping dig these holes out and put these posts in the ground, we've got just the right number of people actually, because with 3 or 4 people doing this, the workload's a whole lot easier. And at the end of the morning, when we're getting hungry for lunch, nobody's totally exhausted. Although we're getting all pretty dirty. Gary and I are getting pretty dirty with all this cement dust on us. But with Bruce helping out doing this, Phil doing it, Alan doing everything, it's working very, very well. And nobody's overloading themselves and getting all tired and stuff like that. So it works great. Thanks, guys, for all the great help. So it may not look it, but this bar I've got, and I'm pounding this thing into the ground, works really, really effectively. So you take this bar, and it's got two ends on it. One end's got like a 3-inch diameter steel disc on it. The other end's got a point on it. I don't know what it's used for, but it works great for pushing in the dirt and packing it down. So you pack it down, push, push, push as hard as you can, keep pounding it, and it tamps it down extremely well. Additionally, if the post is a little bit leaning to one side, you just pound it on the other side even heavier to pack the dirt down more, and that helps straighten the post out a little bit. When we're done with this, you really, as I said, you probably don't even need to put concrete in the hole, but it just does a really good job, and it's rock solid, and everyone's got the hang of it. Although, like I said, you do this for a minute and you get a little bit tired. It doesn't look that hard, but it is harder than it looks.
What do you say there, Gary? You ready? Feeling it, guys? No, I hear you.
Well, you can't tell yet, but you'll see on the next video what we've decided to do is use these telephone poles as fence posts also whenever we can. That does two things. One, it saves us from putting more posts in the ground, which frankly is a little bit of work. Additionally, the telephone poles are rock solid. They'll be there another 50 years, and they're going to be way, way better fence posts than anything we've got. So what we decided to do is run the string off them and use those for the corner posts wherever we can. Brilliant idea. Thanks, Phil.
Look, we exhausted. Watch this one. One more, I guess.
Yeah, that's it. I'm going to save a couple bags for the 4x4.
Yes, yeah, we're doing good, huh?
Good.
That's probably a little bit not level, you know. What do you think? It's good enough.
So we going, I guess, right along with the...
I guess, yeah.
Oh, you know, we're going to put it this way. This way, eventually, you know what I mean?
Concrete worker, huh?
I got plenty of dirt down here.
We're leaning on it. It's freaking hard to do this. Let me, yeah, don't put too much in there.
They need a cement truck.
down here. Hit the side. Bruce said it's hard because you get out of breath really quick. It seems like seconds. Yeah, but after 5 seconds, you should be out of breath.
Just breathe heavy.
What's that?
Just breathe them heavy.
So we tried to unscrew a couple of these beach bolts. That's really hard to do. It's like, oh my God, yeah.
Some of them are bent and everything.
Yeah, that ain't happening. I thought, oh, just use them over. All right there. Enthusiastically there, Phil. Pound that thing down.
It's fine.
Make sure you ask, make sure degrees.
Oh, shoot. All right.
Put the
I'll
white
put a
side
chain
of
on.
the gate hanging on it.
We did, that's
Right?
We did. We did that.
Right.
I did that.
We did.
We did. The wide part is that way.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's a, it's a 6
Yeah,
foot
play it,
board.
Dirk.
Yeah, so the 6 inches is going this way.
The weight's hanging on this side.
Yes. So you want it. So you want it this way to be 6 inches, right?
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Because if not, your skin's going through.
Which
No, this
side
way.
is wide? Tell me which side is wider.
This side, front.
And that should be facing the gate hanging.
No.
No.
The other way around.
Yeah, the pin will go out the other end.
You got more support at the this side here.
You can talk about it all day long. We're not going to change it.
Come on.
Pete just wants to run a tractor some
You
more.
want the wide side with the weight hanging on it.
No,
Then you gotta move
probably not.
This would be. This is
side,
supporting. This will be supporting more
Like a
weight
belly board that way, yeah.
with the wide up
Which
front.
is the wide side?
Up front.
Yeah.
So the wide here, and it's supporting more weight by the wide part.
Your belly would
You
be
gotta
here.
plow through more
Belly
dirt
here,
though
not here.
to get it to bend.
Put that that way.
That's my
Put that
point.
this way.
Yeah.
That's the way
Al
it is.
agrees with
That's
you.
the way it is.
It's going to bend this way before it bends this way.
Yeah.
And the more important thing is, guess what?
It's in. It's done. We call it. We call it.
You're not
Oh,
going
it ain't over yet.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Well, I got a change. You want to pull
Get
it
it away
out?
from where they
to look at.
So I see what. So it's interesting.
This is the big point.
So to be on Pete's side is you have more surface area
You
this
turn
way
this way and you have more surface area for the weight to hang on.
the
No,
ground
the other
in
way
the
around.
ground.
Huh?
In the ground.
Because you're going to bend. This is more
This is going
support
to go this
up
way.
and down.
This going to go this way.
If you have coming in here.
Right. Right.
But his
If
point
you
his
got-
point
if you
is
got
point
six
is
inches here.
Pete's point is if you have the wider part this way, that's against the ground. And
Yes.
it'll be more secure in the ground.
Yes.
Which is correct.
Yeah,
I agree
hold
with you.
more weight.
Our point is we're assuming this is not going to move.
Yeah, we're not holding more weight.
It potentially would bend and have it alongside this way. So there's,
If we were hanging heavier gates, I'd agree
there's
with you.
validity to both
Hey, look.
ideas.
Hey,
But we got to make
hey,
it the
it's
same
your last
position.
pole. Get back on the tractor with below.
But it's a good. I see your point. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, that's.
Don't agree with
That
him.
makes sense.
You don't agree with him, it won't go away.
It doesn't rip a difference.
You're not gonna bend that pole, so you don't need the width over here.
Right.
Don't agree with him.
Width here.
So here's my question. I looked at
Don't agree with
the
him, it won't go
other day,
away.
And they were saying, well, you need to let locust poles dry for a couple years. Nobody let them dry, do they? You put them on the ground just the way they are, don't you?
Here we are now.